Goedemorgen. I am Nikolay and this is channel about the Netherlands at YouTube, and right now I am in Israel, and today I wanna share with you what happened to me and to us with Vera, because we moved from Russia to Israel, and I want to talk about similarities which I felt in Israel to the Netherlands. So first of all, it's like a balcony. It's not our house, we're just renting here. So you see there are a lot of interesting plants around, and it's kind of first similar thing, because people in Israel, they love flowers, they love different kind of trees. So you see it's a balcony, and here a tree growing. By the way, this is Jerusalem, this one. We moved to Israel 4 months ago, so now let's just sit here and talk a bit. So we ran from war in Russia, and it was quite stressful for us to kind of go to start a new life. So yeah, it's of course hard, all the stuff which going on right now, it's crazy. So still I was very surprised, because I didn't know that in Israel I will feel myself like I'm back to the Netherlands. And for 4 months we're here, and 4 months they give me understanding why I felt this familiar feeling. There are a lot of similar stuff about the Netherlands and Israel. First of all, it's both these countries, they are not too huge, they are quite small. Israel, Netherlands bigger than Israel twice, but still, I mean, it's kind of relative sizes, not like in Russia. So, and also amount of people who live in Israel and in the Netherlands, it's also kind of, in the Netherlands it's like 17 million, and in Israel it's not like 10. So it's both these countries, they are quite small, and it gives a special kind of feeling of more tighter community, like all stuff in this both of these countries, it's people more attentive and caring towards country. I mean, when you have a huge country, it's hard for government, for just people who live there, to look into all kind of trouble. So if this country is smaller, it's much better than in big country, because everybody, even regular people like or government, everybody take care of everything which surround you. So both of these countries, they're very cute gathering, you could say. So it's kind of, it's hard to find place in Israel or in the Netherlands which is really like unattended, like ignored, like a dump, something like this. Of course, in the Netherlands and in the Israel, there are such places, you could find them, but it's kind of very rare. So it's an important thing. Both of these countries, they are marine countries. So in the Netherlands there is a sea, of course, and North Sea, and in Israel there is a how it would be in English, a Mediterranean Sea and Red Sea. So in Israel there are even 3 seas, Dead Sea also. On the north, Mediterranean, on the south, Red Sea, and Dead Sea at east. So yeah, the Netherlands, it's kind of country with a huge trading tradition, like all sailing all over the world, selling stuff. So in Israel, it's also kind of marine countries with a lot of sea influence on people's lives. Even dunes, you know, in the Netherlands we enjoyed sand dunes nearby to Red Sea, and here also you could meet sand dunes. So we already for 4 months we traveled all around Israel. So we made like an expedition, and we we go from one city to another and stay in each city. We stayed for a week. So we travel from the north part, from Mitula city, to it's like small town, to the most southern place, which is at Red Sea. So it's called Eilat. Eilat. It's like a quite luxury place with resort, very beautiful. So we travel and visit almost all places in Israel, and yeah, actually it's very similar to the Netherlands. So I feel myself very happy here. I mean, of course, it's different in terms of climate, you could say, but even in Israel, there are so much different climate zones, even though it's a small country, but as it's located nearby to the sea, so there are places which are very dry, or places where a lot of rain, more cold places, more hot places, because there are mountains, a lot of mountains. So big difference towards the Netherlands. In Israel, a lot of mountains. So for example, Jerusalem. So I always thought that it's kind of flat place, but actually Jerusalem it's like very mountain place. But in Israel there are also quite flat places, like cities nearby to the sea, like Ashdod, for example, or Ashkelon, or Netanya. So Tel Aviv, by the way. These places, these cities, they are quite flat without too much hills and mountains. But Jerusalem or Haifa or even Eilat, by the way, it's quite also a lot of slopes there. So it's a big difference, because in the Netherlands, most of the places it's very flat. So it was fun to walk around the Netherlands because of it, because I like flat places, to tell the truth. But it's good for health. Okay, I become more thinner here. I think I lost 5 kilograms because of this exercise when you cross mountains all the time. So it was good for health. Another similarity, except it's marine countries with a lot of sea, it's that it's very multicultural. So the Netherlands, it's one of the most tolerant and multicultural places in the world, because as I said, it's in the past it was like trade empire, and they had colonies, and a lot of people came and go to the Netherlands. And right now in the Netherlands there live people from different like nationalities, and they're very good in correlation with each other. So in Israel it's quite similar thing, because Jews, they were scattered all around the world for 2000 years, as you might know. So now when Israel again established the state, it's already like for 70 years, there are people come from all over the world back. So there are a lot of different cultures actually. So even though it's all one nation, but there are different cultural traditions. So for example, Jews from Poland or from Russia, they're quite different. They have quite different traditions if you compare them to like southern Jews. So there are, and also there are Arabs in Israel, there are Christians in Israel. So it's very tolerant place too. So here it's there are very kind people in Israel and very tolerant. So it's very safe country actually. My mother and everybody said to me, "Whoa, in Israel, better not to go there. It's so dangerous there." It's all rubbish. So rubbish, because it's the same. I feel myself safe here, the same as I felt myself in the Netherlands actually. Okay, maybe in the Netherlands it was safer. Yeah, to tell the truth, of course, because like the Netherlands, it's like there are no threats, and in Israel there are complex situation with geopolitical stuff. Countries which around Israel, they had some issues in the past. So yeah, but still I feel myself much safer than in Russia. Even before war, I mean, in Russia it's quite a specific place where it was very hard for me to relax. So all the time you were like ready for some action. And in Israel, most of the time you just relax and you. For 4 months, I didn't had any bad things with me. So yeah, it's another similar thing, by the way, that it's very safe place. I think Israel it's much safer than USA, for example, because yeah, in USA there are a lot of crime and all this stuff. I didn't visit USA, so it's my speculation. Maybe I'm not right, but as I like read from the news, what I read, I think Russia and USA, it's kind of dangerous countries, you could say. Okay, there are different districts, so some districts are nice and some are not so nice. But in Israel, as I visited all kind of places here, it's more or less similar feeling of safety. So because there are very good police, so you feel yourself. You do not need to fear police in Israel like in the Netherlands. While in Russia, you would think twice before you come to policemen to ask something, because it can be, you could get in trouble. So not always, not in all places, but still, yeah, Russian people, they careful with police, with Russian police. So here I feel myself very relaxed and I like this thing. I feel myself like very similar to the Netherlands. So yeah, there are a lot of similarities, and even weather. You could think, wow, wait, in the Netherlands we have like this breeze, this very light rain sometimes, and this like fogs from moisture. So it's very moist in the Netherlands. But you know, in Israel, at winter you have a lot of rain in some parts of Israel. At the north, like Tel Aviv, Haifa, Netanya, like northern part of Israel, there are a lot of rain because the Mediterranean Sea nearby, and it brings a lot of rain. So at the southern part, even at Eilat, there sometimes you also raining. So it's kind of, when you are at winter in Israel, it will feel the same as Netherlands. So weather right now, it's like 15 degrees. It's even warmer than in the Netherlands. And there are also sometimes could go rains. But yeah, rains are different here because rains in Israel, they are more heavy. So in the Netherlands, rain could go like day, 2-3 days could go rain, but it will be very like tiny, small, like a vapor almost. While here, if it's raining, it's raining. It's kind of not tropical rain maybe, but it's quite heavy. It's more heavier than in Russia, for example. Yeah, and it could be also go all day long, or 3 days in a row, there could be rain very heavy. But Israeli people, they very enjoy it and they like rains because there are shortage of water. Actually, you wouldn't feel it, but I mean, in terms of agriculture. So the more rain, the better agriculture in Israel. So people like rain here, and even if you are religious, you can pray for rain here. So it's interesting. But of course, at summer, there are quite hot, much hotter than in Netherlands. There could be like 50 degrees sometimes on the south. But yeah, it's different. So there are mountains, and in mountains in Israel there are not so hot in summer. So there are places, if you able to move like we're moving from one place to another all the time. We are quite good, so we could spend winter in some warm places and spend summer in some more cold places. It's a good thing when you move around. So both, another similarity, it's actually one of the most important things, is that Israel, it's like very wealthy country. It's has very good economy, very good healthcare, and yeah, so it's one of the top countries in the world, the same as the Netherlands. So level of life, quality of life in Israel very high. So even though I came to Israel, I had just 2 bags with me, and it was quite stressful to go there. Just I wasn't prepared for it because all this stuff came so suddenly. It's still I am good now, and Israel government helps a lot to people who came here, to new repatriants. So I'm new repatriant, and it's kind of very high quality of life here, the same as in the Netherlands. So it's an important thing because it influences all aspects of life, of course, crime, like safety, all this stuff. It depends on quality of life. So if people in the country, if they have like normal salaries, if they can buy stuff, if they are kind of happy in terms of be able to live decent, there wouldn't be crimes, there wouldn't be too much other problems. So it's quite similar thing. So you see, both of these countries, they are quite relatively small, well cared, because of their small, so people could make it perfect. And both of these countries, they have like even similar density of people per kilometer, I think. So there are some big cities in Israel and also in the Netherlands, and most of the places they are small towns like in the Netherlands. So it's very. I feel myself like at home, like in the Netherlands, and I make videos in Russian language. I make videos about how we travel around, and I very often I mention, oh my god, it's like in the Netherlands here. Oh, it's like in the Netherlands. And all people, they like, why are you always mentioning Netherlands? Because yes, Israel, it's very, it feels like the Netherlands, but in a bit different climate. So it's kind of, in winter it could be like the same as the Netherlands, but at summer it's much hotter. Yes, but all other aspects, there's so much similarities. I am actually a bit shocked. It's amazing how these two countries, they are close to each other. Yeah. So I am good. Hope you are well too. Please write me comments. What do you think about similarities between Israel and the Netherlands? Maybe you could add something to my message, or maybe like we could have an argument. Like, let's talk in the comments. Have a good day. Bye bye.